So we're actually recording now.
Ah.
So this is kind of like after the podcast.
Ooh, this is like Bill Moore.
Post podcast.
Post podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, Dave,
I'll do what I normally do on the podcast.
Play video games. The fucking FHM thing I thought was funny.
Yeah, there it is right there.
I see what I think is porno.
It's funny that you picked it up. You just grabbed it, and I was like, oh no, now I'm gonna fucking explain this shit.
So is that magazine from 2003?
Yes.
Yes. Ben.
No, it was in this little cabinet here. It's kind of weird that like I could just point to stuff and I see this. Like I'm gonna walk over here, but I'm still on film.
Hey Dave, can I have a glass of that port wine?
Oh, more than yeah, sure.
Now, what is this game that you've raving about?
It's fun, dude. It's like you can go anywhere you can see or do anything. You can go there and you can check it out. You like mine resources, you build stuff.
Can I go to my high school graduation?
No, it's all fictional stuff, obviously.
No.
Where you fly your ship around, and I could see it getting boring at some point because you're not really doing anything, and there's no real point to it. But you get warp drives, and you go to different stars, and they call it procedural generated. So there's nothing like stored. There's a lot stored in a computer, but it creates it as you go along. Yeah, dude.
It's like if
Well,
you
were
believe...
Dude, I was playing Star Wars, basically, or Star Trek, excuse me, when you were talking about it, and I was like, this is fucking Star Wars right here.
Hey,
Star
wait.
Trek.
Okay, you know they say on the quantum level, if a particle is not observed, it's a wave. If it's observed,
No, you don't know what it is.
you don't know what it is. But if it's observed, it becomes a particle
I just took off.
not only in the present but in the past.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So maybe you could extrapolate that to say that when you're looking at something, it's rendering. So
Yeah.
if you believe that we're living in a simulation, you could say when you observe on the quantum level, it becomes particles instead of waves. Similar, maybe, to how when you get to a destination and examine it, it becomes rendered real versus just vaguer information.
Jesus Christ, y'all are a bunch of fucking nerds.
Right? Not bad.
Nerds!
It's the duality of light.
He's the highest educated person in the room. Actual professor.
I'm probably the least
nerds.
educated one in the room.
No, that's not true.
I didn't say it was the dumbest. I just said it was the least educated. So I'm currently warping to Oxy Ashmash.
This is SETI Alpha 5. God.
I'm discovering this planet basically, so I'm flying there. Not really, because there's other people who've been there.
Right.
What's that? Is I'll chase him.
So it's
round
it's rendering
and
while
I'll chase him round perdition's flames before I give him up.
He tasks me, and I will have him.
Oh, I love that movie.
Fucking con, man.
So I'm flying around.
I gotta show you that trailer. It's great because it goes in. You know, he's like his like first mate is like, we're free. We can go anywhere in the universe. We've essentially beaten Kirk at that point. You know.
Right.
And he's like, we know why. You know, why do you want to go out? He tests me. And I shall have him.
What are you talking about now?
Wrath of Khan.
And you're not a dork?
Wrath of Khan is not.
Is that geek?
No, it's not. It's part of. It's
Or
part
just
of
loser?
Part of history.
Just
Fucking says the guy.
Says the guy who's had 3 ports. And
Computer. Fucking. I'm gonna go to a planet.
But this is the game of the show you were talking about.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that a monolith? Is
Yes.
that like 2001?
So that's the other thing. So you get like this little laser gun here, and you can mine material.
Jeez, this is the nerdiest shit that I think I've ever seen.
There's like this alien race that's been there. You learn words from their language, and then the more you interact with the other people, then you know what they're saying. Otherwise, you don't know what they're saying because you have to know their language.
If you didn't, if I didn't know that you had, if I didn't know that you had a girlfriend, I'd be worried about you right now.
She doesn't know how to play this shit. So this is kind of cool. I don't know what that is. I guess that's supposed to be the shadow of that thing. and then you can discover like new species and shit like that. They're really weird.
Can you kill them?
If I want to. That one's like docile. So I can kill it though.
That's perfect American to go. We come to a new planet. Should we kill this thing? Can you eat it?
I was gonna say it's like Western society.
I just killed it and I got some carbon. Looks like a seal. But then there's these things called sentinels that are like the police. So if you start fucking around too much, they come around and they come after you. So I could just kill him. That's the sentinel.
He's pissed now.
Yeah, because now I'm shooting him. So now the more you kill, the more come after you. It's kind of like GTA, like Grand Theft Auto, that kind of thing. Where you hijack spaceships and you can go wherever you want. But the big thing was that it was supposed to be this amazing, like, supposed to be kind of multiplayer, like if you can kind of run into somebody by accident. There's so many planets and stuff that they said the chances of you actually running into somebody, like they said there's 400 quadrillion planets that are generated, so the chances of you actually running into another player is very rare. But it was funny because on the first day of the release, 2 people actually ended up at the same place, communicated with each other to try to meet, because they said the only way you could see yourself is by somebody else looking at you.
Wow.
So they got to the same place at the same time, and they were trying to look at each other and couldn't do it. So they were trying to explain how it was maybe a server thing or something. So it was this huge thing about how they hyped up this game so much for so many years, and the internet and everybody jumped on board with that because they get revenue from all the hits and stuff, people looking at their sites. And when the game finally came out, everybody was like, this is not the fucking game that you promised us.
What's the name? What's the name of this?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Do you know what company makes it?
It's a small company from UK. Good Game. What the hell is it called? I forget the name of it.
It's Commodore 64.
No. So I mean,
I had one of those.
I didn't know. I heard about it and it sounded cool, so I didn't really follow any of the hubbub or whatever. So I started playing it, and it's addictive, man. I can't stop playing this stupid thing. It's almost like Minecraft type of thing, but you're not really building anything. But there's like planets. You can see a planet. I'm gonna go fucking fly to that planet, and you go to the planet and you can fucking hang out.
That is pretty
You
cool.
build warp drives. You can go to another star system.
How is this different from that other game that you used to play? The rocket booster? What is it?
Fallout?
I don't know what
The
it
one
was.
where you build
the
space.
Kerbal Space Program.
Right.
It's similar. At least that you build shit and you build like spaceships and stuff like that.
And this is a different game
This
than
is
that one.
completely different. Yeah.
Okay.
That you can go to other planets and shit too. Apparently, I have a thing for going to another planet. Cause I'm out of this world.
Zing.
But he doesn't really watch like any like sci-fi stuff, but you kind of like fascinated by it.
I watch some sci-fi stuff.
Like, what do you watch? I know you watch
TV
Doctor
show-wise.
Who.
Doctor Who was good.
Yeah.
I don't go out and just look at stuff to watch. I'm into fantasy sports, so I watch a lot of sport, whatever sport I'm into. So I like sports because
You like sports figures like banging each other or something?
not so
That's
much.
not fantasy
Not so much
sports?
that. More banging into each other.
He's a Jeter fan.
I do like players. I went to sure.
A-Rod.
A-Rod in her. My friend's team name is A-Rod in her pool host.
Try pitching with this penis up your ass. What? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Cheers.
Sure.
And on that
On
note,
that note,